Two. All right, we are live. Welcome back to another installation of the Gentleman's Code, the first episode of 2025, ladies and gentlemen.
Come on. Who you think you're fucking dealing with, Joey Bananas?
So we're here, we're ready to go. 2025. That's kind of going to be the theme of today's episode. Did you waste yesterday, the first day of 2025? If so, how you guys can get back on track today, the rest of the week, to make sure you guys have a fantastic 2025. We're going to talk about some of the things we're going to be doing this year, just some planning that we're going to do, and some other steps that you could do to get ahead and make this your best year yet. But before we get started, I'm going to give Priyamo the mic, anything he's got to say to get us started today, and then we'll jump into the episode.
Come on now. Who do you think you're fucking dealing with? The gentlemen are back. We told you that we're coming for 2025. We gave you a warning shot. We gave you warning shots in December. We said, enjoy this time, enjoy this part of the year where you can, think you have some semblance of hope to compete with us. But when 2025 rolls around, it's fucking over. And Ollie's in the chat. Ollie from the UK. Oh my goodness. You think you're fucking dealing with Ollie. But yeah, 2025 is here, ladies and gentlemen. All right. And a point I want to make about yesterday, January 1st, is it's so funny how society is trained to just be complacent and not do things. Because yesterday, and I have this realization every year, it seems like, everybody has these New Year's resolutions. Everybody's fired up for the new year. This is my year. I'm going to be rich this year. I'm going to find my wife this year. I'm going to do all this shit this year, right? Excited, hopeful. It's a new slate. And how does everybody celebrate the start of a new year, right? When they're excited, they have all these resolutions, all these things that they're going to do. They start their new year by literally doing nothing. Hungover, took the day off, just the complete antithesis of what it was that they said they were going to do this year, they do on the first day of the year, right? It doesn't make sense. So I'm sitting here thinking, I'm trying to do shit. I'm trying to work. I'm trying to make money. Everybody's fucking off. Everybody's drunk, hungover. So I'm just sitting on the computer the entire day, making charts, posting in the school community, talking to the gentlemen. I did a meeting for the guys inside the Taylor's Code. We did a TA training session on Zoom. I did that for them live. Like I'm trying to do things. I set my January 1st on fucking fire. I went to the gym. I was there for an hour and a half. Came back to the TA session. Went back to the gym. Did my run. Did my abs. Boom, 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 boom. Like a fucking professional. Everything I needed to do got accomplished yesterday. So it's like that's the way you're gonna start the new year. How does that make sense? You wasted the first day of the year already, and you want to fucking this is your year?
Exactly.
The
That's
fuck
a
out of
great
here.
point because I thought about that yesterday. I had a little different January 1st. I had to travel, so not the best day to get ahead exactly. But I was up early, driving to the airport, nobody on the roads. I was like, oh, I know exactly why the roads are empty. Not two people on the roads. I get to the airport, no line at TSA, nothing. Just walked right up to the gate, got my coffee, sat there, started journaling before I got on the plane. But when I got home, still, nobody's out. Everyone's taking the day off, like you said, because they got off from work. Everybody gets off from work January 1st.
Hmm.
It's an off day. But like you said, and I wanted to touch on this, I'm glad you brought it up, is that the Taylor's Code was having a meeting, a crypto meeting. Some of the new guys in there, they wanted to get acclimated, wanted to see what we're about, wanted to get the charts, get the TA sauce from Priyamo, getting them started. So what did? They had a meeting, got together, got to look at crypto stuff. And that's what we're trying to do here. We're trying to get ahead every single day. So I'm glad that you brought that up, and I wanted to shout that out, that if you guys are looking to get ahead in crypto, looking to get ahead in these types of things, join up the Taylor's Code. The link will be in our descriptions and in our bios and the profiles wherever you're watching this on. And join up the group, message us. We'll get into contact with you once you're in there, and you could tell us what your goals and your interests are for the new year, and then we'll get you placed somewhere inside the university where you guys can start making money immediately.
Exactly. And it's inches, bro. People don't realize it's inches. That one meeting that we did yesterday, just to start the year, we're already inches ahead of everybody else. Inches. And that might not seem like it's a lot. One day we did a meeting, we worked a little bit, you guys took the day off. Oh no, that's fine. We still have all year. We can still compete. We can still, get ahead, etc. But inches, because here's the issue. You already started the year with a day off. We're not going to be taking any more days off throughout the rest of the year. So at what point do you plan on catching back up?
That's a good
We've
point.
already we already took the lead. It's over now. You've lost. The year is over for you. You're cooked. Come back 2026, try again. It's over because there's not going to be an opportunity for you to get catch back up. This is why you have to be on at all times. Whenever you're building and you're developing a business or you're trying to work towards the lifestyle that you're trying to build for yourself, there is no, take the day off. We there. I haven't. I haven't taken a day off from working in 4 years, and that's not because I wasn't able to. It's because I've chosen not to. Every single day, you can do something to build your brand, build your business, post about your business, advertise, network. Every single day, everything that me and Bobby do in some way comes back to our business and how we're going to build this thing. But this is
All
why
it
we're going
takes
to
is
win this
this
year.
thing right here. This is all you need right here.
Easy. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. It's at all times you could be working on your business. So why wouldn't you be? Well, I want to what's it called? I want to decompress. I want to, you know, take my mind away from it. Okay, take your mind away from it, but take your mind away from the money. Take your mind away from the lifestyle that you want to live. It's not going to happen then. This is why we're going to win this year.
Yeah, that's a great point because a lot of people, like you said, oh, I got time to catch up. Okay, well, I'm already 50 reps in on bench. I'm already 100 crunches in. It's like it's going to take you some time to catch up because, like you said, we're not going to skip days. We're not gonna slip up because we have the power in what we do at least to be able to work from our mobile devices, global, wherever we want to work. We can. That's the beauty of the system we've set up in the school community in itself is that we have the power to start working wherever we want, going on the internet, making up charts, looking at charts, not as ideal for trading on your phone, but you could still get an idea of where your positions are and things like that. So that's great. And that's some of the things I wanted to talk about today, just emerging technologies and some things that we're going to be looking forward to in 2025.
Right. And it's important to maintain the momentum too. So you're saying checking charts on the phone, doing things on your phone, staying active with your business. You got to maintain momentum at all times. Like I said, 2025, we already started on fire. But now the momentum that we're going to build from always being engaged this entire year is going to snowball. So I mentioned this to the guy that we did the training for yesterday. And I was telling him about the vision and the purpose of the Taylor's Code and why we're trying to build this thing the way that we're trying to build it. And I told him, I said, somewhat selfishly, I want everybody inside to get as rich as humanly possible because the richer that our network is, the more money we're going to make. Okay. So inherently, I'm incentivized to make sure that you get as rich as humanly possible when you join the organization because now you're a part of my network. And my network's not going to be cowards. My networks are not going to be lazy. They're not going to be poor. They're not going to be broke. No, you're going to make money. So by maintaining this momentum where we're engaged, we're watching the markets, we're making money, we're building the business, etc., it's going to snowball. So not only is everybody inside going to get richer and richer, but then as everybody makes more money, the organization is going to explode because the testimonials are going to be there. People are going to be talking about through word of mouth. Oh my goodness, I just joined the Taylor's Code. This organization that taught me how to make money in crypto, make money in e-com, make money in sales. Dude, you got to join this shit. You're my boy. I'm making a bunch of money. Get in here. Oh, okay, boom, 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 boom. And then it starts to expand. And that's why this year is going to be huge for Bobby and I. It's going to be fantastic how quickly this thing grows because we've had the vision from day one. Now we have almost 400 members inside of the community. It's going to be 2,000 by the end of the year, easily,
And
conservatively.
and it's the information age, right? So what is most important in the information age? It's the people that you know, the information they have, and how you could extract that from them. And that's what we're doing, I think, at a good level is giving the information that we have gained over the past 3-4 years doing what we do, whether that's crypto, whether that's sales, e-commerce, whatever it is, taking that value that we learned and giving it to the people inside the community the best we can is what we're trying to do for the community. And I think that is where the value in the community is that information, because you could go on the internet, you could find information on different things, but when you have real world practice with it, real world people have done these things and they went through the trials and tribulations of failing or losing money, whatever it is, that's a step that you don't have to take when you're getting into these a side hustle, a business, whatever you want to start. So it's super important, like you said, to have that network of people that you could bounce questions off of, you could bounce ideas off of, you could show them your business. But hey, does this look good? Does this look like shit? Like, give me some advice. And that's a great thing to have, especially when you're starting a new project in 2025. So if you're looking for that stability in a network, stability in ideas, that's what the Taylor's Code really brings to the table for you.
Right. And it's a different exchange of information because I was thinking about this. Other companies, there are businesses out there, for example, like a media company, social media marketing agency, something like that, where they're going to give you information. They're going to try to teach you and help you grow your social media, but they're not incentivized to give you all the secrets, to give you all the information, because if you know everything and you can do everything yourself, then there's no need for them anymore. And I was thinking about this with the Taylor's Code because it's actually effectively a fraternity that we're building of gentlemen that we actually like, we want to be around, we network with, we're going to do trips around the world with, we're going to buy supercars with, build businesses with. There's no hesitation to share all the information, right? You're giving them everything that you know. I'm giving them everything that I know. Because again, I have no reason to be afraid to give them all the juice to make as much money as possible because the richer that they get, the better for everybody. With a normal business where they're trying to charge you for their service, to run a social media platform for you or video edit for you, etc. Once you know how to do it yourself, you no longer need the service anymore. When in turn with this, it's a network. It's not going to end. It's just how big can we grow it, right?
And it's the power of you being able to do it yourself. Like you said, you don't want to have to hire other people because one, like you said, they're not going to actually teach you how to do it. They're just going to charge you to do it to your business. And two, it's going to be super expensive. I've run marketing campaigns for e-commerce companies in the past, and they charged me hundreds of dollars a week to run these ads. But so what did I do? I said, I can't afford to keep running this marketing for a business. I just have to learn how to do it myself. And that's things that you have to do if you want to be an entrepreneur. You're going to have to learn a lot of skills for yourself. And for the price you're going to pay for the Taylor's Code at a month is going to return your business way more than it would if you went out and you paid someone to build your website, to build marketing for you, or to do whatever, or to teach you these crypto insights, right? So you have to understand that you have to learn a lot of stuff yourself. And that's the first part of getting over the hump and making money yourself. If you want to be an entrepreneur, is you got to learn a lot of skills by yourself. And what better way to do that is learning skills in a community of network of people like us and the gentlemen inside of the community, just teaching each other, like you said, jumping on the Zoom call on January 1st, giving them the sauce so they could go and they can apply that for the rest of the year. That's unbeatable for the price you're going to pay of the Taylor's Code.
Mm-hmm. And the last thing I'll say about that too is the mentorship is invaluable. The whole that's the only reason that I was able to get to the position where I'm at right now is because I did find the right mentorship. When you grow up in a family that doesn't have, a bunch of multi-millionaire business owners or entrepreneurs or, people who've done things on just an absolutely ridiculous scale, where do you learn that from, right? It's similar to if I gave you a calculus problem to solve and you, with all your heart and all your desire, wanted to so badly be able to solve that problem. It's all you ever wanted your entire life. But you never went to a single calculus course or calculus class and had a teacher that taught you how to do the equation. Listen, you could sit there for forever and not be able to figure it out. You see, you know what I'm saying? So it's literally the same with becoming successful. Is you do need somebody to teach you, unless you want to sit there for years and try to figure it out by yourself. So when you can network and find those people that are able to show you, okay, step by step, this is how the fuck that you do this. Now you just got to work hard and implement what it is that we teach you. You're going to solve the problem. I gave you the process. I gave you the steps. You just got to implement now. It's just like school.
That's a great analogy because what is a business? A business is a big calculation on a big equation on how to get a customer to pay you dollars, or
Nope.
how to analyze crypto charts for when it goes up, you make money, you sell at the top. Whatever it is, making money is an equation. So you have to figure out each part of the equation. Like, I need to put my money here to get it do this, and then the customer pays me. So right, so that's a great analogy. I really like that. So figuring out these equations of business per se, of how you can put your money into something and then it cash flows back to you, is super. I love that analogy. That's great.
Yeah, because it's true. That is what it is. It's what you're trying to do if you don't seek mentorship or people to teach you. It's you're just sitting down and you're looking at this equation and you don't know what to do. So yeah, you're probably not going to get the right answer. It's going to take a while.
Simplify
So
it with some mentorship, people that have been through that. They already know parts of the equation. Now you just have to do a little smaller steps, something that you're more comfortable with, something you're more familiar with.
exactly, exactly. So gentlemen, inside we're going to be fucking winning all year. We'll talk more. Jeez, this fucking espresso's killing me.
A little acidity.
Yeah, the quad shot fucking cooked me up a bit. My stomach's gonna be fucking holes in it by the time I'm 30.
Oh, I
All
wanted to
this
ask you
espresso.
how'd your fast go over the weekend?
Oh, okay. So I did a full 24 hours, but Logan will tell you I did not do the full 38. He did the 38. Once I got to 24 hours, I mean, it was still a good fast. I was fucking dying. So I threw some back. I did, but it was good. It was good. I mean, it's good to clear the body. I mean, even a 24-hour fast, you feel it quite a bit, and the mind's clear. You're sharper. This is why I do the fast in the morning because my mind is sharp in the morning. If you fast throughout the previous evening, all the way throughout the morning, don't eat breakfast. Don't eat until you get back from the gym around noonish. Whenever I get back from the gym, sharp all morning, especially because you put a quad shot down with an empty stomach. You're ready to run through a brick wall, and your body slows down and uses energy to digest. So if you're not eating in the morning, you get less groggy and you stay more alert in the morning if you're just empty stomach. And so I started doing that whenever I was building the insurance business. Is I would start doing interviews at 8 a.m. and I wouldn't be done till noon. So I would do all my interviews fasted and I would be destroying people in the interviews.
Yeah,
Just
you feel some people would call it anxiety, but you feel like I don't know how to describe it. It's almost like an anxiety feeling. Like you feel tense, like you feel tight. Everything is like I got to do this. It's like you feel super. I don't know what the exact word is for it, but I know what you're saying because I usually don't eat breakfast or lunch until 11 or 12 too. Like I'll go all morning, I'll work out, I'll do this podcast, and then I'll can stay on the computer working. So I understand what you're saying. Yeah, you have that feeling that comes over you. You're super tense almost. Like you're just
yep.
getting stuff done. It's not
Yeah.
anxiety, but it's like you feel like everything is super tense on you.
Yeah, which is good. That's good
Yeah.
for competing, especially for men. You want to be tense. You don't want to be comatose all the time. You know what I'm saying? It's always, coming off of a sugar rush because you probably ate, your fucking Hello Kitty cereal and sugar blasting through your head and your diabetes is going crazy. So, yeah, you probably feel tired in the morning. But in that feeling of being hungry and that tenseness that you get is something that comes from, thousands of years ago whenever we would hunt for food,
That's primal
right?
for sure.
It's primal, yeah, because your body is going into ketosis. You're fasted. And you need food, so your body instinctively becomes hyper alert, hyper tense, because you got to get ready to go fucking get some food, motherfucker. You're gonna die. So it's good to put yourself into that mental state whenever you're trying to work, especially in the mornings whenever most people are tired. But that's what they do. The first thing they do is they get up and then they have a big fucking breakfast and immediately put their body through stress again, making it digest, using energy. Like your body uses energy when you digest food, right? It's not something that just happens by magic. No, your body's using energy to digest. So don't use that energy in the morning. Be alert, get the business, get to working, and then when you really have to eat, middle of the day, boom, go for it.
Especially in today's day and age, for people like us, people that work on computers all day, every day, you don't need 1,500 calories for breakfast. Like you're gonna sit your ass on a chair looking at computer screens all day. Make your body burn some calories, burn some fat until noon. You're not gonna die. You'll be okay. But one thing I
Yeah.
wanted to touch on, why I asked about the fast, is because one thing about the fast that I saw, or at least the 72-hour fast, which I think is the most extreme end of it, in which I see people talk about, doctors and stuff, is that they say that the 72-hour fast actually can kill cancer cells. Like that's one of the things that they say, because your cells get so deprived of nutrients and food that they just start eating each other. And the cancer cells are different than all the other cells. Obviously, they're white blood cell conglomerates. And your healthy cells, red blood cells, all that will actually start eating the white blood cells because they're different and they actually will attack them. So that it's actually been proven to, kill white blood cells, cancer cells in the body. That's 172-hour fast a year. I thought that was very interesting.
That's really interesting.
Hmm.
Now I'm intrigued to do one. I got to do better than 24 hours. 24 hours was okay, but 72, 3 days. That's a
So
fucking.
what I've seen people do with the 72-hour fast is they'll do the bone broth. I don't know if you did the bone broth what years, but some people will do some bone broth just to get some flavor, something in the mouth. It's 0 calories, but I think it has a little bit of protein in it, a little bit of sodium, a little salt. So you could actually survive for 3 days without killing yourself. And then plus the electrolytes in the water. That's another thing you could do to kind of just stay hydrated and work out and stuff while you're on a 3-day
Dude,
fast.
as I say, that's what I'm drinking right now. I put electrolyte in the water in the morning, so I do. Interesting enough, we should talk about morning routine real quick. Because in the morning, to stay fasted, it's not that I don't consume anything. The first thing I do in the morning is uh, full bottle of water, hammer one of these, get another bottle of water filled to the top, and then I throw in my electrolyte pack. I use Water Boy because it's no sugar in them. Boom. So it's Himalayan sea salt, or not sea salt, Himalayan pink Himalayan
Pink
salt.
salt, yeah.
Yeah. Uh, Put that into the second bottle of water that I have, and then I get the quaddy. Boom. Throw back the quaddy, and then I also have beef liver and beef organ capsules, which is literally just beef organs that are ground up and put into a capsule. And I take that similar to a vitamin, except it's just grass fed, grass finished, real food, except it's just ground up into a capsule. And then I take the capsule. So no calories. That's fucking keeps me fasted, but I'm still putting things into my body to help me wake up, activate everything, get me ready to go without actually consuming calories, right? So it's all about optimizing your ability to perform. You're an athlete as a business person, as a businessman, you're an athlete, right? So you got to treat your body that way. Athletes, they got to eat optimal, they got to train optimal, they got to recover optimal so that they can perform better on the field. You should look at your mind, you should look at your business in the same way. You got to prepare your mind to be able to compete at the highest levels throughout the day in your business, or even just in your personal life, right? The sharper that you are, the better that you feel, the better your life is going to go. So you got to be proactive in the way that you take care of yourself. Because if you're a Ferrari, which Bobby is, which I am, you're going to have to put the best type of fuel into that engine in order for it to be able to operate at the level it's going to operate. I'm a Ferrari, therefore I'm going to consume the correct type of fuel to power my engine. If you're a Toyota and you want to live your life as a Toyota, go ahead, eat fucking dog shit, Prius or whatever the fuck you are. But we're Ferraris, so I'm going to consume products to fuel my engine.
Yeah, so my morning routine looks very similar. I definitely wake up with a nice glass of water. I do have to start getting on the electrolytes. I do want to start doing that. I have no excuse. I have a grocery store right under my store, so I'm gonna look for one, start doing that. But one thing that I like to do that really I've noticed over the past year that I've started doing, and it really helps me a lot just to get up for the day, get rid of that brain fog, if any, is I do a morning walk every morning. As soon as I get out of bed, I put this outfit on, got pants on, and I go for a walk. It's a 1 mile loop I have down to a science. I do it every single morning. 1 mile, it takes about 17 minutes and 30 seconds. Have it timed out. It's about the same time every day. And once I do that 17-minute walk and I come back, I feel like a totally different person. I'm fully awake. The blood's pumping. If it's cold outside, it's even better because then I gotta, it makes the body. It's almost like a cold plunge. I'm walking through cold. But I live in Florida, so that's not the case most of the time. Most of the time it's warm. Sometimes, I'm getting a little sweat on usually, even sometimes in the mornings in the summers going for a walk. So when I get back, I'm fully awake. The blood's pumping. Then I'll go in for the espresso. Go in for the espresso, have a nice coffee, hit the caffeine hitting. And by that time, I'm ready to do whatever. If I'm going to jump on this call, do the gentleman's code on Wednesdays, I'm ready to go. If it's just a normal day for me, I'll usually go to the gym. I'll get things done. I'll get my pump in for the day for an hour. and then I come back and it's ready to work. It's go time from that. So I like getting up, getting the body moving for me helps me so much. If I don't do that walk, I'll be so groggy in the morning, just kind of like you said, lackadaisical, just sitting on the couch or just scrolling on my phone. So if I get up and I do my walk in the morning, I'm a new man.
Yeah, that's a fantastic. That's such a great thing to do, especially whenever you live in a nice area. For sure, people should do that. And that the fact that you get your blood pumping, that you're awake by the time that you get back, and then hit the espresso, even better,
Hmm.
because you get less of a crash too from the caffeine the longer that you wait to actually drink it in the morning.
I try to prolong the espresso as long as possible. I always crave it as soon as I wake up, but I'm like, I know if I go out and I wake up naturally first before I get the espresso in me, the espresso will hit harder. So that's something I notice about myself.
Exactly. No, and it's true. Now, personally, of course, I fail because the first thing I do go for is the espresso. But yeah, the longer that you wait to drink it, the better because basically what they found is the caffeine obviously attaches to receptors in your mind that are the ones that what's the name of the it's I knew the name of the enzyme or not the enzyme, the protein that would basically connect to these receptors. But anyways, long story short is whenever you wake up, you have this chemical in your mind, in your brain that dissipates over time, which makes you tired. So as it's dissipating, the longer that you let it dissipate and completely leave your body or completely leave the area in your brain, then when you drink the caffeine, it'll bind to those receptors, keep you awake, and then when the caffeine wears off, there's no longer that molecule from the morning lingering around to then go ahead and attach to those receptors again. So that's why you
Gotcha.
get that crash. Yeah. So if you drink the caffeine way too early, you don't allow those what would you call them? Proteins or yeah, we'll call them proteins. Probably not proteins. But we'll call them molecules. You allow those molecules, you don't allow the molecules to dissipate. So by the time that the caffeine wears off, then those molecules get the chance to go and bind to those receptors again, and you get that crash. But if you wait in the morning and you allow them to dissipate and then drink the caffeine, once the caffeine's gone, there's no more of those molecules around to go ahead and bind to them afterwards, so you don't get the crash as much.
Interesting. I wasn't ever very good at biology, but that's good to know.
Yeah, you know me, competent in all realms.
Biologist.
Yeah. All right. So, yeah. So I gotta tell you this before too, before we get off. This is, gentlemen, I love this. This is a good lesson in this. Wait, let's read this from Ollie. What did Ollie say? My girlfriend keeps trying to find places for you guys to stay when you come over here. So he's talking about when we do the Euro tour in the UK. She'll find a child's room and exclaim, "Ooh, a place for Bobby to sleep." So, I don't know why he's talking shit or what the joke behind that is. I don't
Ollie, tell
understand
her
that.
I only stay at 5-star resorts
Yeah,
and
five-star hotels, resorts, and fine dining
fine dining,
and breathing.
steakhouses, the Four Seasons, the London, whatever, wherever I could stay.
I don't even get the joke behind that, but I
The
think he's shit
child's room.
talking. Yeah, she'll find a child's room and exclaim, "Ooh, a place for Bobby to sleep." I don't know what the hell that means. But uh so interesting thing that happened the other day, right? So I was at the gym and I saw a familiar face there. Okay. So this is someone that you know that I used to date, right?
Uh,
Yeah. So I'd seen her there a couple times before, and I didn't say anything because it was very brief, and she was in and out by the time I would come in. But this last time, I mean, rough. I mean, it's not a very busy gym, so clearly we knew each other were there. So I finished my workout. I was gonna go do abs in this one room, and so I just went up to her. I was gonna say hello. I'm not gonna pretend like this person doesn't exist. You know, we've fucking worked together for however many years. So I walked up to her and I said hello, and so I had a conversation with her. Very nice, very sweet. I was actually surprised because in the past, certainly much more cold. You know, a little bit more hardened in the
I could see that.
The yeah, but I was surprised at how sweet she was. So that was good. So it seems that that's better. But but very good. Very sweet. She was very nice, which was nice. But while we were talking, she told me a couple of times about different people who had been telling her, like, "Oh wow, Priyama's doing really well. He's come on now. What do you think you're fucking dealing with? Doing very well, very successful. Oh my goodness, he's doing da 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 da." Which for me was the ultimate
Mm-hmm.
full hero's arc. This is what you do it for, gentlemen. You
Yep.
understand? So, what's the lesson in that, right? Now, it was a good conversation. So, nothing happened, obviously. I just, said bye. It was all good. So, that was good. But the lesson in that is for gentlemen, you have to understand that when you're younger, you're always going to have that one chick where you get fucked up by it, heartbroken. You thought you were going to get married to her, et cetera, et cetera. Every guy goes through this. And there's two different routes you can take whenever that happens, right? Because for the girl, the revenge is going to be instant. Okay. After a
Mm-hmm.
relationship like this, guess what? Your girl, she's going to go bang the next guy. She's going to go hang out with this dude, that dude. She's going to go on boats. She's going to go traveling. She's going to hang out. She's just, her revenge will be instant, right? And believe me, for those guys that break up with their girl and think that she's just at home, relaxing, chilling, under a blanket by herself. Nah, dude, she's getting fucked by somebody else. So I was telling you that, so it hurts, it stings. But your revenge comes much later, right? That's her revenge. That's her ability to get over it. Your revenge comes much later if you take action. And the revenge is that 3, 4, 5 years later, she has to hear from other people about how successful you become and how well that you're doing, so that she always has to think, well, shit, what could have been?
Yep.
What, where would I be at if I was still with him? Right? That's your revenge, is how successful, how fantastic can you become as an individual so that other people even have to admit, holy fuck, he's doing good. Holy fuck, he's doing well. That's your revenge, right?
That's great.
So don't, yeah, yeah, go ahead.
Well, one thing I'll just say on that, and one thing I've noticed just in other situations as well, is that time heals a lot of things too. She might have had some resentment for you before or whatever, but as time goes on, you learn that a lot of things weren't super, super important. Like maybe you thought it was super important in the time. This is not for your situation, just in general, a lot of things can get blown out of proportion at a certain point in time, maybe a couple days, and you really get mad at someone. But I would say for anyone that's going through something with someone, maybe it happened last year. Time heals a lot of things. A lot of people they'll get over silly, stupid stuff that happened, especially when you're younger. Let Give us some time. If you're going through something with someone, give them time, give them space is always a good thing because it comes back. And like you said, you haven't talked to her in a long time. You're very sweet about it, and that's true with a lot of things. I've seen that happen with a lot of different things, even family stuff where people get really upset with family members. It's like, and then they come back 6 months later, a year later. It's like, okay, we hash things out. So anyone that's going through something that maybe you're upset about or is really affecting your life, give it some time, give it space, and that's always a good way to heal things. So that was just something I thought about while you were going
Mhm.
through that. But yes, 100%. And I hear that you always see people online saying that it's like, what is the best revenge as a man? Maybe you lost a girl that you really liked or something happened. Okay, well, you show her what you're all about. You get your work, you get to work, you put your head down, become a man out of yourself, you find your value, you find your money, your wealth creation, whatever it might be. And then she's going to look back in 5 years, 10 years when she's done partying and she doesn't got it no more. She's going to come back and be like, oh, wow, look at what I could have had if I would have just settled down with him. And that's the best revenge you could have. Like Priyama said, that is kicking it to them.
Mhm.
It's great.
And but think about the delayed gratification in that and think about how perfect that was. To hear that after that many years, knowing that that's still the conversation about me is that's what's being said about me. That's everything I've done for the past 4 or 5 years, right there was worth it,
Hmm.
right?
It's
But
not
you have
easy
to
to
understand.
do, right? It's not easy to not even think about it. It probably ate a little part of you up, knowing that relationship was unsettled or uneasy, whatever it is. But being able, I like how you guys hashed it out. Ended it on a friendly note at the gym.
Yeah, it was good. No, I was genuinely surprised. She was very sweet, which it wasn't how she, at least in the past, that she wasn't that soft in that way, which was good. Again, I give her credit. I mean, it was nice. But what I was going to say about the delayed gratification of it is very easily, 99% of men would have done the opposite though. They would have crumbled, they would have gotten worse, or they would have been normal, mediocre, not done anything fantastic. Nobody would have ever known who their name was or who they were anymore. Wouldn't be talking about them to other people, to their exes, etc. They very easily could have been me. And therefore, my revenge never came. And for many of you, your revenge will never come if you don't actually take action and do something fantastic with your life. You have to be doing something right for that to happen for you, right? So understand that it's going to come, not in 6 months, not in a year, not in 2 years. You're going to feel better about it, not in 3 years, but four. For me, it was four, five. No, it was 5 years. So it takes time, but it will happen eventually. And the time does fly, but in the moment, it does always feel much more difficult than what it is. So the way that I rationalize it to myself when it comes to working and being disciplined and staying fit, working on businesses, the time is going to pass regardless. Regardless, the time is going to pass. Okay. So if you think 3 years or 4 years is a long time, the time will pass regardless. But when that time passes, would you rather look back on those 4 years and say, holy shit, look at what I accomplished, look what I had done? Though it was painful, though it was difficult, thank God that I chose to make the difficult decisions and make the difficult choices. Or would you rather those 4 years go by and you look back and you realize you're still a nobody, still not talked about, still a fucking, feather in the wind, not knowing where your life is heading, still maybe in the same position that you were in 4 years ago? How would you want to look back on those 4 years? I would rather suffer and endure the pain, knowing that 4 years later I'm going to be living a fantastic life, as which I am. So it's the choice. It's a
And
choice you have to make.
like you said, the time goes by regardless, and I think it's important to stay in the moment day by day. What can you accomplish today? And that's you know who's really good at preaching this message is like a football team, football players, football coaches, because everybody wants to win the Super Bowl. Every team, all 32 teams want to win the Super Bowl every single year. But you can't just get to the Super Bowl. You gotta take it day by day. If you play a team on Sunday, you got to prepare Monday through Saturday. And that's I feel like the NFL teams give that great message because you can't skip to week 16 and you're playing for a game in the playoffs. No, you have to start week 1 Monday. What are you going to do to win this week? What are you going to do to win today? Best of your ability today. And that's what we have to do is we have to focus on today. January 2nd. There's 364 days left in the year. So how are you going to capitalize on the rest of those days today? You're going to set yourself up for success.
Hmm.
So I think that's super important to just stay present and grind out every single day until you get to that 4 year mark, like you said, and then you can look back and you're like, oh wow, it wasn't easy in the beginning. I didn't have anything in the beginning. I was a nobody. I didn't have any money, but then I grinded each and every day, and look where I'm at now.
Hmm. And gentlemen, know that the best part of your life is coming. I mean, if you're a teenager right now, if you're in your early 20s, mid 20s, understand that the best part of your life is coming. So you don't want to waste those years. The best years for a man are different than a woman's. A woman's best years are 18 to 22, 24. Like that's the prime time. For men, it's 27, 28, 30, 32 is the prime. So you have that to look forward to as well. So you want to make sure by the time that you get there, you're already in a position financially to be able to live the most fantastic life humanly possible because that's when you're going to be the most attractive. That's when you're going to be the most mature, mentally not stable, mentally mature, wise to a degree. Hopefully, have a lot of life experience by that point, by traveling, by doing things, by building businesses, by being in sales, whatever it is that you choose to do. So that by the time you get to 28, 30, you're driving the supercars. You're living in the fantastic houses. You're building the houses in Cabo. You're building the villa in Italy. You're doing the things that a superhero or a movie star would be doing in the movie, like that multimillionaire movie star. You want to be living that life by the time you get to your 30s. That's the prime of your life, but you got to build up to that so that you don't waste it, right? Because once you hit that sweet spot, if you fucking sacrifice the last 4 to 6 years, building up your network, building up your self-worth, building up your value as a man, you're going to live like a superhero for those years, right? And then you're worried about this girl that broke up with you and broke your heart from years ago. Now you're going to have access to any girl that you want. So it becomes the flip side of it. Now you have so many options. You don't even know what to do with them. You can just literally ignore girls if you feel like it. Just because, bro, I fucking DM'd this girl on Instagram yesterday. I gotta tell you this. Beautiful, honey, smoke show, right? Followed her. She follows me right back. Beautiful. Hit her in the DMs. She responds. I mean, all I said was hello. That's my opening line. Hello. Okay, nothing special. I don't gotta be funny off the rip. No, no, hello. You answer me when I say hello. She answers. She said sup. SUP. I didn't answer. I just completely just done. Ignored. Bro, you can't be that pretty and say sup. Bro, sup? Who the fuck
SUP
are these?
question mark? Does she have the question mark or
No, not even
no?
a
Not
question
even a
mark. Not even
question mark.
punctuation. Couldn't even punctuate her ridiculous statement, or I guess question. Yeah, it's like I don't know what the point of that was, but oh yeah, ignoring them because that's what I'm saying. It's just even things like that now to the point where it's I'm not gonna put up for that. Like sup. Well, clearly you're not a lady. Clearly you're not,
You're a
you know.
dude. You're a
Yeah, you're a
bro. You're trying to
dude.
be a bro.
Exactly. Sup. Right, get the fuck out of here. Sup. What are you fucking linebacker? The fuck? But that caught me off track. But that's all I was saying. It was hilarious. What the fuck is sup? But the point is that you have options. So now you can pick and choose. You don't have to be desperate and act like a fucking act like a simp just for one girl.
True. So just before we wrap it up here, I had one point here that I wanted to just touch on for the new year. I think it's super important for you as a man, as a business owner, whatever you want to do this year. You have to have a vision for what you're going to do. It's easy to think about it in your head. I want to do this, this, and this. But I really think if you want to achieve your goals, first of all, you should have your goals written out, what you want to do. You got to have a vision of how you're gonna get there. What does it look like? How are we gonna get to 1,000 people inside the Taylor's Code? Like we have to have a vision. You have to have a vision as a person as to how we're gonna do these things. We have a plan. Our plan is in action as we're speaking right now. Like this is our plan right here. Where you're looking at it,
You're
but
watching.
as a person who wants to achieve a lot of things in the new year, 2025, what is your vision for how you're going to get there? If you work a job all day, but you want to have your own business, how are you going to do it? Are you going to put away 2 hours a day? Is that going to be enough? Maybe not. Like, what are you going to do to get to where you want to be? So have a vision, have an end goal, have a car you want to buy, whatever it is. Make sure you guys have a vision for how you get there because if you don't have the vision, if you can't see it in your mind, if you can't see it on a piece of paper or put it on a vision board, whatever you want to do, it's not going to come true. So I
Hmm.
just think make sure you have a vision plotted out for the new year, for your goals, for your business, all of that.
And we practice what we preach,
It is.
right?
Practice what you preach.
Exactly. We're not telling you shit just to tell you shit. I mean, this is. I didn't know Bobby was gonna bring that up. Look, boom. The gentlemen have our fucking goals.
It's ready to rock.
Yeah, we know what the fuck's going on for 2025. I told you guys, we're not playing around. This is not bullshit. We're not bullshitting you. That we're gonna fucking blow this deal up this year. 2,000 TC members by the end of the year. It's a low ball, but we're gonna accomplish that. We have almost 400 right now. The membership, just for you guys, so you get a sense of where we're going to be heading with this thing. The membership right now for TC is only 25 bucks. Okay, it's a fucking meal at McDonald's. The monthly membership is going to be $200 a month by the end of this year. Okay, now everybody who gets in at a lower monthly membership will be grandfathered in at that price. So make sure you join now rather than later. By the time it's fucking $200. $200 a month for the membership. We're gonna have 10,000 YouTube subscribers, which I believe is a low ball. But again, set the standard. Make sure we hit the goals. We're not setting goals not to hit them. 10,000 YouTube subscribers. We're gonna build the Discord server at 500 members. Uh, oh well, shit. Oh, you guys probably saw that one. Over $1 million cash out in crypto, and then run a marathon. So
Ooh, marathon. That's a good one. I like that.
Yeah. So all low balls, okay? I assure you, we'll cash out a lot more than 1M. But goals that are going to be accomplished, goals that you know that you're going to hit, okay? So make sure you guys have that set. If you don't have your goals already for this year, you drop the ball on that, but go ahead and make them now because it is the second of the year. Do your best to catch back up to the gentleman. And outside of that, I'm pretty much good to go.
Yeah, I got live follow, Shed Pics. Thanks for the subscription. Appreciate
There
you
we go.
joining us today. But yeah, that's all I got for today. Make sure to take this new year by the horns. You're the one in control of your life. You're the driver. So don't let anybody else drive your life.
Yeah. Don't let anybody else drive your life, meaning that don't allow other people's opinions and perceptions of you to prevent you from doing the things that you would like to do just because you think somebody else might laugh at you or might hate on you. I promise you, people were talking shit on me or laughing at me whenever I first quit my job as an engineer, first got into sales, was posting about recruiting, etc. I guarantee you people were talking shit. And I'm certain they were. Didn't give a fuck. 4 years later, guess what they have to tell? Guess what they have to tell everybody else? Yeah, he's fucking killing it. Yeah, he's doing great. Yeah, he's doing well. Fuck what other people think, ladies and gentlemen. Get after it, baby. Go make some fucking money. You're not going to be thinking about them when you're on your deathbed. You're going to be thinking about the fact that you didn't do the things that you wanted to do. And that's going to be a sad, sad reality check at the end of your life.
And
I'm not going to have that
and
feeling.
don't compare yourself to others on social media too. That's an easy trap to make you feel like you're not doing shit or that you're not successful. Everything's relative, right? Somebody might have more time than you in a craft or in a profession, and yeah, they did well. Now they're boasting about it on social media. That's their right, but you can't get bogged down about it that you're not shit, that you're not doing anything great because you're grinding each and every day for what you want in life in building your life. So don't get that's an easy trap that a lot of people get into, especially in today's day and age. So ignore all the bullshit on social media too.
Yep. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Outside of that, let's fucking Mr. Producer out of here.
All right,
Ready?
we'll see you next week.
Mr. Producer. Stream ending.